Hey guys, good evening or good morning. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Do check out my hat, believe me, achieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Welcome, everyone. Great to have you here. The master topic of the week is understanding the power for vigilance. Do take this moment. I know it's a little late. Go ahead and grab yourself something delicious. I have my nice, warm, hot cocoa here with marshmallows. Mmm. Absolutely scrumptiously delicious. So go get yourself a hot chocolate, maybe some water, could be a soda, another favorite drink, or perhaps maybe some ice cream or some leftover Halloween candy or anything else sweet, right? Or maybe a healthy piece of fruit. All right, guys, so get that and hurry on back so we can get the show started. Welcome, everyone, to Inspirations for Your Life podcast. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. In this episode, we're going to dive into the transformative concept of spiritual vigilance, how staying alert in our spiritual journey can help us navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose, whether you're seeking deeper self awareness or ways to guard against distractions. This episode provides you with practical insights to stay spiritually awake and connected to your higher purpose. Let's explore how you can elevate your spiritual practice and unlock a fulfilling and meaningful life. And let's get started. Hurry back from the kitchen, everyone. All right. So, first thing is, what is spiritual vigilance? Yes, it is something real. Spiritual vigilance is the conscious practice of staying alert and aware in our spiritual journey, ensuring that we remain focused on our higher purpose. That hot chocolate is really, really good, especially with the marshmallows. All right. Number two, the importance of awareness. Awareness is key to spiritual vigilance. It helps us recognize distractions and stay connected to our core values. Number three, practices to cultivate vigilance. Mindfulness, meditation, and daily reflection are powerful practices that help strengthen spiritual vigilance. Guarding against spiritual drift, vigilance prevents spiritual complacency by protecting us from drifting away from our beliefs or values. Number five, balancing action and contemplation. Balancing mindful contemplation with proactive actions ensures that our spiritual growth is both internal and external. What does that really mean? So we do one thing, okay, and then we follow it up with some action to make sure that our thoughts of wanting to stay spiritually grounded are on the right path that we're going, and both internally and externally. Number six, challenges and maintaining vigilance. Life's distractions and stress can cause lapses in spiritual vigilance. It happens. But regular check ins help keep us grounded. I want to say something here. Many of you guys know that I'm Roman Catholic and I don't talk about religion much in the show, but I think it's important with spiritual vigilance. Being a Roman Catholic and being a Christian for many, many years, and very proud and happy to be here by the creator of Jesus Christ. I have to say that sometimes, we get caught on our path. Things trip us up. It could be money, it could be relationships, it could be something else material that seems to take more of our attention. What I want to say to you is that when that happens, just ask God for grace. Ask him to say, hey, you know what? I'm exhausted right now. I want to go to church, but I need some energy to get there. Please help me. And he will. He absolutely will. All right. So when we understand this, our life can change so very, very much. There's challenges in maintaining vigilance, ladies and gentlemen. Six, life's distractions and stress can cause lapses in the spiritual vigilance, but the check-ins can help us stay grounded. Seven, benefits of spiritual vigilance. Well, vigilance leads to inner peace, clarity, a more purposeful decision making, enhancing both personal growth and relationships, and you find your life has more of a flow to it. I think that's probably a very, very big thing, is that your life has more of a flow to it. And that's not nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely the truth. All right. Number eight, staying vigilant This hot chocolate is absolutely delicious. Staying vigilant in a distracted world. In a world full of distractions, setting boundaries and carving out time for quiet reflection is essential to maintaining spiritual focus, as well as going to church or doing your religious things. I think that's really, really important. Welcome there. I don't know if I'm saying the name there correct. Termis Indian Bistro. Thank you so much for joining us here on Inspirations for Your Life. It's always great to have new people join us, and you can always learn more about us by visiting believemeachieve.com 24 hours a day. So, staying vigilant is not the easiest thing. And so, you might say to me, well, what does it matter if my spiritual world doesn't align? Well, it might not seem like it matters to you because it doesn't affect, bottom lines like taxes or profits. It might not seem directly that it impacts you. But I want to tell you that it does. Because if it isn't for our spirituality, if it isn't for who we are as a person, then guess what? Everything else around us is just nothing. I like to say, I'm nothing without my creator. Now, whether you believe in Jesus Christ, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in something else, that's fine. That's up to you. I'm not here to tell you who to believe in on the show. I know who I want to believe in, and I enjoy that, but I can't make somebody believe. That's up to you. But spiritual vigilance is the decision that you want to stay on track and you want to be connected with the Creator. All right. When things don't go right, you tend to say, oh, gee, there's no creator, or, this isn't my life. Even when I know I lost my grandfather when I was only in third grade at Thanksgiving, I didn't know what the creator was doing and why. I still don't know why. But all I know is that I had an amazing set of grandparents, my mom's mom and dad, and my dad's mom and dad. They loved me very much, and I know they probably still love me to this day, even if they're up in heaven. I want to tell you that being vigilant allows you to connect with what means something. So maybe that would be giving money to a charity. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's helping out a friend. Okay. Maybe it's visiting a loved one. Maybe it's visiting the elderly. Maybe it's going shopping for them. Spiritual vigilance allows us to connect into what is bringing us here to this earth. Now, some people go their entire lives and they never realize what their purpose is. And they'll never realize their true purpose in life until they understand one thing, that they have to be committed to being in line with their spiritual purpose. Now, I'm not going to tell you that that's simple because it's not easy. A spiritual purpose gives you things like the reasons you want to be grateful. You're grateful to your creator for all these amazing things in your life. I'm grateful to be alive every day. I'm grateful that he allows me to get up and allows me to have energy. I know tonight I'm going to bed a little late, and tomorrow I know he will get me up, being able to be well and able to do my tasks and just get so much more done. Today, I'm very grateful on my path that I made a connection. Many of you know that I do STEM for schools, and I made a connection with a huge school today. And they called me back, and I was so grateful for that moment. So I guess what a lot of you are probably asking me right now is, so why should I be spiritual? Well, there's a lot of benefits to that. Okay. It helps us get on our path. It helps us to realize that the ego is not what's important. Spiritual people are very grateful. Spiritual people are very compassionate. They flourish. They self actualize. They take time to savor life's experiences. Yes, like I'm savoring this moment on my delicious, hot, warm marshmallow hot chocolate. Maybe it's, taking a moment to pray. And I know that every day I'm grateful to do my prayers. You might say, John, what does it do for you? Well, it's not what it does for me. Is it like an exchange? It is in one way. I believe by doing my prayers, I get grace. I believe I get blessings from the Holy Spirit. Now, I don't do the prayers just because of that. I do the prayers because it's talking to God, it's talking to Christ, it's talking to our Creator. And I have to say that as I've gotten older, I appreciate being in my religion. Now, many of you may not know, in my church, I'm very involved, and I'm a lector on the weekends, a couple times a month, and I'm also a lector every Monday. Now, I don't tell you this to brag, but I tell you this because when I get up there to give a reading, and on Monday I'm only giving one reading, and then I'm doing the responsorial song, and then I'm doing the prayer of the faithful. When I get up there to do that, first thing I do is I say, hey, God, please bless me, make sure I don't make any mistakes, make sure that you keep me on track. I feel like God's using me as a vessel. That's what we had last week, right? A vessel to bring his message forward to other people in the world. That's pretty powerful, if you ask me. And I feel so speechless that I've been chosen to read God's word. The times when I get tired, or the times when I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go now. It's like, not that I don't want to go. It's that I need a kick to get up, meaning that I need to have that energy. Because sometimes you're tired, but that's not an excuse to not go to church. And so spirituality is not just about going to church. It's not just about praying. It's about connecting yourself to the world. And spirituality just transforms us. Meditation, prayer, yoga, journaling, it just allows us to see that, we have a higher purpose. Okay? It's important to understand, what it means to you, what it means to others, right? How this spirituality allows us to coexist in this amazing universe. And I want to say something really important, and that is when we think about staying awake. So a lot of people go to sleep. I don't mean they're sleeping. I mean that they're missing the signs of spirituality. Now, that's probably a good question to ask me. Yes. What are the signs of spirituality? Well, there are a lot of signs. We sometimes call this a spiritual awakening. You feel disconnected or detached. Okay. You reevaluate your beliefs. Your dreams become more vivid. You experience more synchronicities or deja vu moments. Your relationships begin to shift. You feel spirituality becoming an important part of your life. You're more intuitive, but you don't know why. You sense inauthenticity and any manipulation, like without even trying. You realize everyone is on their own path. You want to be of service to others. And when you do this, your teachers will find you. You feel alone sometimes. You feel more connected to the natural world. Your senses are heightened. You may have more bodily sensations. You may have physical symptoms. There could be a sudden change in your habits or routine. Your outlook on the world feels different. Increased empathy. You display more compassion. You have a newfound curiosity for life. And having a spiritual awakening sometimes can be scary because you're wanting all the answers tomorrow or today. And I know I've been through this. And you have to just give faith. So faith means that you trust that things are going to work out the way you want, or even better, because you believe. Ladies and gentlemen, we covered a lot here tonight or this morning. I hope you'll like, love, and support the channel. Definitely go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. And I want to invite you that regardless of what your religion is, and even if you don't have a religion, I want you to become spiritual, which is the sense that you are tied to this greater purpose, to this entire universe, that we are here as a collective. I've said this before, that everyone is connected, all right? And on the unilateral wall of all the minds, the collective conscious, we are tied together. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always such a privilege and pleasure to be with you guys. I hope that you'll choose to get enlightened by the topics of this week and all my other great content by visiting believemeachieve.com. And I know that you will have awakenings in many areas of your life. So have a fantastic rest of your night or morning. I'll catch you guys real soon.